What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 31 of my Total Warhammer 3 Vlad and Isabella Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, a few nice battles with Roderick and with Bathilda saw them both victorious, though Bathilda took the most damage via auto-resolve at the World's Edge Archway. She also got trapped by the double use of Rune of Slowness and Master Rune of Slowness from the dwarves, which I thought was a pretty neat idea, and if they had the units to capitalize on that, well, that could have been a lot more dangerous. Pretty interesting. I'd be curious to see whether we see it again, but I'll be watching out for it in the future. Now, we left off last episode with Roderick sieging Serena KATARIN and her army, though I would like to not actually attack this, but in fact force them into a field battle against us, so we're just going to wait here. Instead, we are going to have Vlad attack the Tower of Crack, which we will take over and use as our northernmost bastion to hold our new Kislev here. Now, he will attack, but let's do a little bit of admin first, because we'll be ending the turn after that, and actually, there isn't much admin, is there? There is a little bit of money to spend, but I guess we can move the heroes around and then attack. So let's send the assassin out to the high place. Nope, nothing to do there. Alright, well then just move out here. I guess we could have gone for somebody down here as well. You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. There are no dwarf heroes here, are there? Well, actually, no, there is one. Never mind. Double never mind. I was thinking I saw heroes belonging to the clan Rictus, so we could have moved you down there, I suppose. But for now, I think we're okay. Alrighty, well then, Bathilda, stay where you are for the turn, and let's move whoever else we have left. That was kind of a waste, but whatever. Salvatore Posner, you have to sail out to find the Maelstrom, so we can get nice and friendly with them. And can we see the Maelstrom on the map? Should be somewhere in the center here. Or is it more up here? Ah, there it is, Galleon's Graveyard, there we go. Okay, that looks just weird here. I never actually seen it in the fog before. It's just a single hex tile there. Interesting. And then we go up to Ulthuan to see if we can't get some trade agreements going with them. Anyway, that's you. Oh, I guess you could stop on by at the Awakening to see if Luther Harkin is friendly to us. It's a lot closer, so maybe go there first. Although that will mean finding lizards who might sail over and try to attack us, but what can you do? Anyway, Aldous Skellan, you're getting ready to join Roddy. Tech Thief, you are getting ready to steal some tech because you're quite... You move to a different location? What about Karakazul? 56... What's your chance? 50. Ooh, I don't like that either. I guess we could send you to Sump Pit and then see what the chances are there. Alright, fine. Hopefully the chances here will be a lot higher. And that got you a free level unless you already had that level, I'm not entirely sure. Get yourself wound, buddy, as you will be becoming an assassin eventually. And then let's try Black Iron Mine, hope you don't die. Hero Wounded's only... Okay, never mind. I was about to say, Hero Wounded is only a 3% chance, and bam, immediately he gets wounded. I shouldn't even be surprised. Oh well. Next Tech Thief. Fortunately, we do have quite a few of these guys. You are at 3. You know what? Move out here and start annoying Throg. Plus, we can at least see what he's doing. Damn, he's got a lot of armies out there. Interesting. Alrighty, and then what else do we have here? Tech Thief or other Tech Thief? Let's have you... Oh, you got 6, eh? I guess you could try an assassination then. That's good. Only 3% to get wounded. At least you succeeded. Alrighty, and then you don't have to move next turn, so it's great for you. Now you have to get... I guess there's nothing left, so just go into Grave Ward, or actually get Master of the Dead, for the extremely unlikely situation that you join an army. And I believe that's it. Zoomed out on the wrong thing. Alrighty, that all looks good to me. Let's have Vlad attack. Don't need to spend his points, but I guess we do this cinematically. I mean, there are a lot of enemies to kill, and... Wait, what? Huh. It took the Black Coach like that, eh? And then if we do it again, it takes the Vargeists. Wait, so you could just do this infinitely, and then it takes nothing. Oh, that's so stupid. Wait, I'm just curious. Wait, no, it stopped. It stopped. Wait, so does the AI actually run out of money doing that? I thought it would just re-roll it every time. I think somebody said that they run out of favor, but Why would they actually spend them? I don't think that actually spends money if you cancel it. Does it? Huh. Now I'm tempted to load up my old, now completed Nakari campaign, because I swear I tried attacking and then re-attacking, and then seducing different units and then canceling in the Nakari campaign, in at least one situation, but I feel like I would have remembered if the favor would have been lost. Well, damn it, that was stupid. Oh, wait, no, they have it back. Yeah, see, wait. And it's the Black Coach again. Okay, just out of curiosity, the next thing was Vargeists last time. And now it's nothing again. Okay, I have no idea how this thing works. Anyway, this faction will die after this, and frankly, we're just going to attack them like this. Mostly because the game annoyed me, and with the fact that Throg's dead army basically killed half our army with magic somehow. I don't know. And due to the auto-resolve. So we're just gonna fight it like this. It's just too annoying to go back and then resurrect a new Black Coach. It's not like it's going to give the AI any kind of fighting chance. If this was a field battle with like a super elite army, I would have allowed them to seduce the unit, because then it would have actually changed the outcome, potentially. But there's no change in the outcome here. They have no chance. They're dead. Alrighty, I forgot I had deployed Vlad here and just the knights and stuff over there. Anyway, once again, the Death Star approaches, and the enemy does have Slaneshi towers, which are like the best towers, but they won't be firing for very long. Maybe a few extra shots into our necromancer, but otherwise the gate is going to be ours. Now the enemy does have quite a few units, but let's face it, they can't stand up to the Death Star. We're also landed our air force, or at least part of the air force, on top of the walls here to start killing some chaos warriors with halberds, which are pretty good against the Terrorgeist and the Vamps, but, well, let's just face it, not good enough. Ooh, huh. What's causing them to glow like this? What is that from? Is that the Mortis engine through the gate? Or is it something here? I think it might be a glow coming from this. Huh, interesting. Couldn't quite tell what it was. I thought for a second it might have been Balefire or something from one of the Vamps, but anyway. Here we go, the gate has broken through, or we've broken through the gate. The Black Coaches are in, the Vargulfs are in, Vlad is leading, and the Mortis Engine, the Claw of Nagash, shall follow instantly. Tons and tons of those horsemen are dead, and we break through to the city and begin summoning zombies. The enemy is going to pop a Searing Doom upon them, but the only doom that they spell is their own, because there's nothing they can do about any of those. And there we go. We can just continue raising zombies to annoy them while the Death Star mows them down. The Claw of Nagash continues to do area of effect damage to everybody near it, while the elites just do massive amounts of armor piercing to everybody around. On top of the walls, it looks like Isabella and the Flyers have taken out the Chaos Warriors of Talberts, who have run off the wall, and now we can drop them down with everybody else and join the fun at the Death Star. I've kept the Blood Knights, as well as the Dire Doggos, as well as our Flyers, away from the battle. Those units are hurt, and unlike the Death Star, since they're not single entities, they can't be healed here. So we're just gonna use these guys to destroy everything. Yeah, really quite unfortunate for, for Chaos fighting Vamps in the campaign. Now, if we were fighting Elves or something with elite ranged units with a lot of armor piercing, there would be potential to very quickly lose one of our units. Like, we've taken tons of damage on our Vargulf before in, one facing off against guns and stuff like that, so that would make it dangerous. But Chaos, they have to bunch up like this, and they really aren't a threat. There we go, and the Black Coaches are just sticking together. We don't even need to use them like chariots, and they could just be part of the Death Star. To be perfectly honest, they're not even really needed in this army, but they do armor-piercing damage, and they're always getting a decent amount of kills, so, I mean, why not? They've got 42 already, and they're just getting to work. Alrighty, let's see how many casualties we've already inflicted. About 500, and we've not used a single offensive spell. It's just good old-fashioned smashing the enemy. And yeah, ever since that battle where we went in against the Zazel without using offensive spells, I figured, you know what, this is just a lot more fun to watch. I mean, the occasional Pit of Shades is also really great as it just obliterates the enemy forces, but, you know, this as well. Plus, I like watching enemy Chosen and stuff. Their hyper-elites get absolutely mobbed by zombies and then ripped apart by vamps and our other elites. Alrighty, and well, we're moving on. We have destroyed everybody guarding the gate with the exception of a couple units. The enemy Exalted Hero, who Isabella, is chasing around, though she did get stopped by Chosen here. She can simply raise some dead and have them help out with that. And we can watch Isabella kill a few of those units. I think she just killed 2 Chosen with a single strike. That's gotta be pretty valuable. And there we go, getting a Spirit Leech on the enemy Lord. I believe that's the bound Spirit Leech from our Necromancer, I want to say. Somebody has bound Spirit Leech. Anyway, oh, looks like some of those Chaos Warriors with halberds are going to come back. The enemy Exalted Hero is broken again, fighting Isabella, and all those guys will be in trouble as well. Our Necromancer keeps getting stuck in this particular location, partly against enemies and partly because of all these little columns and stuff. They do make units get stuck constantly, and they're quite irritating. When there are Chosen in the way as well, while we can't do too much, or Chaos Warriors, whatever that is. Either way, that's all irrelevant because our main Death Star is just going to keep moving deeper into enemy territory. The balance of power shifts even further in our direction. They've lost nearly 1,000 of their troops already, and we can just keep on moving. There we go. At this point, these guys aren't even doing much. They were just trying to get those chariots and whatever, but now we can move out further. While Isabella gets a little bit surrounded, but then she further surrounds the enemy by spamming Raise Dead. Gotta love having multiple units I can raise dead all over the place. And there we go, Vargulf charging in, Claw of Nagash following together with those chariots. Vargulf really wants to take out those horsemen, mostly because they were quick and they keep running away. But we don't have to send everybody to do that. And oh looky, they're gonna drop a bunch of Furies, 2 full units of Furies down upon us, but honestly this just works in our favor, as they look like they're swarming us, but in reality they're getting ripped apart, and already one of them isn't banished. And I'm sure the other one will follow suit shortly. Down goes one unit, and then the second one. I mean, when just looking at it like this, our army doesn't look like much, does it? It's very few units, but everything that gets near them gets ripped apart, like being put into a blender. Anyway, how's Isabella doing? She's still full HP, the Chosen are broken and routing again, and so are the Chaos Warriors, and I think the Exalted Hero ran away. Oh right, I sent the Terrorgeist to chase him down, mostly so that he wouldn't come back for like a 3rd or 4th time. Get him, Terrorgeist. Come on. You're almost there. Ah, he just escaped. Ah, he tried. You tried, Terrorgeist. Unfortunately, the flying units, there's an issue with them chasing, even when they're much, much faster than enemy units. Also, I really dislike this map, mostly because, once again, these stupid little columns everywhere. Pathing is already kind of garbage. In Total War, in all Total War titles in general, but this particular situation isn't helping matters. Oh wow, that troll just took a bunch of javelins from its friends. They were trying to shoot that black coach. But yeah, damn all these little columns as part of the ruins. On the bright side, summoning more zombies will allow more enemy units to move in, and that'll just allow us to just rip those apart as well. Man, it must be so fun writing a Mortis engine. I like the fact that it covers over the battlefield. Just bonking people with your staff. There's absolute power creep with regards to animations, and I know I've mentioned this before, but yeah, you know how on the Chaos War Shrines, the Chaos Sorcerer riding them sort of like semi-jumps down and starts bonking people with his staff while hanging off, like, the railings. I really wish that the Necromancer would do that as well. Anyway, just like that, the battle suddenly ends. Isabella actually got somehow trapped in the gate, perhaps because it wasn't ours, but the gate is destroyed. But I tried like 20 times to move her, and you could probably see the arrow jumping around, but she wouldn't move out of the gate. I suppose she did hold it against a unit of Chosen and Exalted Hero and those Chaos Warriors alone, so maybe she feels like the gate belongs to her now, and yeah, that's fine. That's her gate now. This Vargulf also got hurt, and that was the one that ran after those horses. I think it might have taken a few hits from their javelins and stuff, but otherwise, really no damage whatsoever. And in fact, this worked out in our favor. Well done, everybody. Close victory, although I really, really doubt it. Alrighty, like I said, pretty darn trivial. They didn't have anything that was any kind of threat to the obnoxiousness of the Death Star. Though, once again, we are seeing the relative liability of the bats and stuff. They do help chase things down in the field, though they will eventually get replaced most likely by additional Blood Knights. And we may keep the Direwolves just because we buff them up, and I really like the Dire Pack in particular. But anyway, that's an eventuality. For now, we have taken the place over, and in fact we've healed quite a bit, though we did reach the healing cap with Fluffy, and still weird that Isabella got trapped somehow, but whatever. Occupy the place. There we are. And immediate, yeah, Featherfoe Torque for Vlad. I think we have enough Featherfoe Torques in this particular army. In fact, you don't get that. We'll give you something else as well, as possibly an armor at some point. Wow, that's a third Featherfoe Torque. Yeah, okay, and alright, we do have a Helm of Discord. You know what, Vlad, hold on to the Helm of Discord for now. I mean, not actually, the Glittering Scales is not bad either, but we could give that to... we could give it to Emmanuel, we could give it to Caspar. You know what, I like it on Caspar, because he's supposed to be buffing things anyway, or debuffing in this situation. But yeah, Glittering Scales for you, buddy. And it'll make you a tiny bit tankier on your little corpse cart. Okay, well, we'll figure out other items, but honestly, we need to find more items. We still have not anywhere near enough, which is surprising considering the buffs gets that Vlad gets for it. But anyway, I think in this particular area, we will need to build a Balefire Brazier, which we have thus far been avoiding, and otherwise, I guess, go for the Gibbet. I mean, presuming that we don't bother getting the Sarl encampment or the Bay of Blades, the growth is going to take absolute ages, so maybe we avoid the Gibbet for now. Also, it is an unpleasant climate as well, so that's going to hurt our construction cost. Yeah, alright, stay like that, and then essentially we're gonna keep Roderick more or less out here. He's going to be raiding and razing and sacking all of these northern territories, yeah, this will be his base of operations while we give this stuff to the Druzhina Enclave, and we'll also take Help It for ourselves as well. It's still tier 4, unfortunately. If it was tier 5, this would have been something to go for immediately, but I guess we'll have to wait on that one. Also, how are the levels looking? 45? Nobody here really needs levels, and the reason I'm holding on to this is mostly because, well, nothing is threatening to Vlad's army. Usually I just tend to do levels outside the early game when things are actually, you know, a threat. So otherwise, I think we're ready to end the turn, yes? Yes, looks good to me. And I guess Roderick is going to get attacked now, and also... somebody had a suggestion for Roderick, which I thought was pretty great. His name is Roderick Morphin. We're gonna go with Roderick Mighty Morphin. There we go. Pretty good. But I am gonna keep Rod, because now we have a Rod, a Rudy, a Pete, and, well, Bathilda and Vlad, but, yeah, well, they're the earlier lords. But I do find otherwise that to be pretty funny. Now, also, Miragliano, please don't die to Orion. The fact that he's raiding might mean that he's not capable of doing this. but I'm hoping that these guys deal with it in some way rather than continuing to stare at Rudy. Or if they both attack Rudy, then we'll just kill them all and deal with it. Anyway, let's skip the rest of this. Let's end the turn and let's hope Serena Katrin attacks Mighty Morphin. Perfect. That's exactly what we wanted. Now, this looks like a pretty damn fun battle. They got some very high veterancy troops in at 44 and 50. The Armored Cossars have some very solid stats, plus Serena Katrin herself at level 27, 10 levels above that of Rod, though I'd love to send him to fight her personally. I think that's what we'll try to do. Gotta watch out for the armor-piercing damage on the Armored Cossars, though if they surround any of our units, especially... well, actually, we have like no armor on anybody other than the Terror guy, so it won't actually matter that much, and their great weapons might be a little bit wasted. So that's good. Anyway, let's get to it. Alrighty, here we go. I am very excited about this battle. Roderick versus Serena Katrin, and her army on paper should be quite tough to defeat and is quite a bit better than ours. We're using a lot of basic stuff and low veterancy troops at that. Really, we just have Roderick to do... well, Roderick, the Mortis Engines, the Terrorgeist, and the Crypt Horrors to do damage. A Ghoul wouldn't be able to win in a one-on-one against an Armored Cossar, especially an unupgraded Ghoul. These guys just outstat them pretty crazily, plus it's a tier 1 versus a tier 2. Plus there's veterancy to consider, with theirs almost maxed out. That said, vampire armies are pretty much always deceptive, and we do have a lot of... elites to, well, no, not a lot of elites, enough elites, let's say, to rely upon. Looks like the enemy is going to open up with a lot of ranged fire from their regular Cossars as well as Armored Cossars, while Roderick joins the fray by himself. He doesn't care, he has so much HP, and they're not going to bring him down. Our other units are going to hold the hill for a little bit while the rest of our units get into position, and Roderick mostly just annoys them, and there we go, now it's time to move away. Now, I was originally thinking we would hold the hill against the enemy since they're attacking, but they have so much range that they don't actually have to attack us in melee. In fact, well, I mean, Kislev is a hybrid faction, since most of their units are hybrid units, or at least a lot of their units are hybrid units, and their entire army has ranged options, so we're just gonna have to deal with them as we are. Alrighty, head down those kills, Skeleton Warriors and the Mortis Engine, which is the most important bit here. Skeleton Warriors obviously just here to absorb hits while the Crypt Horrors, who should be moving in, there we are. Gotta give one of them a name after this. The one that performs the best. There we go. Alrighty, looks like the enemy Ice Guard as well as several units are going to try to focus down our Mortis Engine, which is definitely a good move, and it's what, well, it's the one negative aspect of Mortis Engines. They do tend to get targeted quite a lot. Yeah, I really have to be careful. I'm just, in fact, going to just move it away a little bit, put it behind our lines, then put it back into the fray afterwards. We're also summoning units of Crypt Ghouls on top of the enemy piles of Cossars here, mostly to get them to stop firing. The actual damage is kind of irrelevant. Over on this side, the Terrorgeist has caught the single enemy unit of cavalry, the Winged Lancers, and then a couple of units of Crypt Ghouls have joined in to basically rip them apart. They're the Terrorgeist are really appropriate for this, as it is an anti-large unit, and it just wants to nom some horse. There we go. Ripping those Winged Lancers apart, and once again, I do have to say this about Kislev when in the AI's hands, Buy Our Blood really works against them, and because they just stay there and get more units killed rather than routing and coming back. It's rarely an advantage when it's in the AI's hands, I should say. Anyway, over on the sides, we've gotten more Crypt Ghouls moving in. We had most of our Crypt Ghouls set up to stock, so 3 were here, and then 2 were held in reserve, which will soon join the fray. I was thinking these guys might move around. We need to put them there or somewhere, and we're eventually going to split them off to attacking these Armored Cossars and to reinforce the central line as well. Over here, the Ghouls have charged the enemy enemy Ice Guard, as well as some Cossars, mostly to get them to stop firing and leave our precious Mortis Engine alone. They wouldn't be able to win against an Ice Guard unit in melee, especially Ice Guard with swords rather than glaives, any more than they would against those, any more than they would against these guys, the Armored Cossars. In fact, this is showing us exactly what would happen. And the Crypt Ghouls are losing pretty handily, but that should change once our reinforcing Crypt Ghouls come in to help. We'll see about that shortly. In the meantime, the main battle continues, and our Mortis Engines now untouched by enemy fire will continue to dish out damage. Gonna move out here to the center, while we want to essentially clear some space for Roderick so that he can move in and attack Serena Katrin, or hopefully kill Serena Katrin. Another summoning of further Crypt Ghouls to stop the enemy from firing, and the rest of our units are going to move in to stop these guys as well. Had to back off our Crypt Cores a little bit while they get some invocations of the heck healing before we move back in, so that we're just wanting these guys to switch firing to other units. Over on the side, now that we are done with the winged lancers, our Crypt Ghouls are going to chase down those Cossars with spears, and are going to help the Terrorgeist, which has now stopped 2 other units of Cossars from firing. You get them, Terrorgeist. Alright, back into it with these. Mortis Engines going to just mow through the enemy, and here come the Crypt Cores coming back as well, having healed up and no longer being focused by the enemy range. I don't know why what the point of that Frost Maiden's Kiss was, but let's just say it probably didn't do much. There we go, and the Crypt Cores ripping the enemy apart here together with that Mortis Engine. Also, our Mourngulls have hit the enemy from the back now, having finally arrived to start attacking enemy range units, and Roderick has finally found Serena Katrin to fight as well. Of course, he's also surrounded by enemies here, but I'm sure he'll be fine. In fact, let's just see what's going on here. Now, it looks like Serena Katrin has taken a little bit of damage. She has used the Potion of Strength to significantly increase her weapon strength, though Roderick is... let's see, can't target him. There we go. He's taken a little bit of damage. He's nearly at half health, but we gotta remember he has various forms of healing, and there's no need to pop up Ghoul King of Ashoran until he drops fairly significantly. We also do have access to Spirit Leech, should we need it, to hurt Katrin further. We also want to move away all of these little smaller troops that are attacking him, so here come the Mourngulls to do just that. And then these guys are going to get hit by the Mortis Engine and by the Crypt Cores that have broken through, finally, that line of armored Cossars. These guys are all pretty much dead, and everybody else is now tied up. No more range damage coming through from the enemy army whatsoever. Over on this side, our other Crypt Ghoul unit that fought these guys one-on-one nearly lost, and thus we moved it away, waiting for the armored Cossars to get hit by our reinforcing unit, at which point we move these guys back to rear charge them once again. I just hit them from both directions. Also, I really like the lighting on this map. It feels very appropriate for an undead fight for some reason. I don't know. It's like green and sickly light. I mean, obviously it would be also appropriate for Nurgle or Skaven or anything like that, but it does feel appropriate because on the one hand, it's not too dark to see. And oh damn, our poor Crypt Ghouls here getting absolutely decimated by those Ice Guard with swords there, aren't they? Good job to the Ice Guard, 185 kills. It's a pretty darn impressive unit when mowing through trashed infantry like this, although they also got fairly badly hurt themselves. Anyway, Roderick has now used his Ghoul King and healed himself up all the way to his cap, but unfortunately he can heal no more. On the bright side, Serena Katrin's at about half HP, and the rest of the army looks to be routing. Really, as soon as we moved down the hill and as soon as the Mourngulls started hitting the enemy in the back, the enemy didn't have much left in it. Of course, we are going to take advantage of these 30 seconds that we get from By Our Blood to kill as many of these enemies as possible before they run. Of course, we will continue chasing them while they run as well. Oh man, some of our Crypt Cores getting in each other's way a little bit here. And yeah, damn, lots of monstrous infantry in this army. I love it. There we go. Good job, Rod. At least he got a nice little duel with Tsarina KATARIN there. It was, I should say, somewhat inconclusive, but Roderick would have won eventually, I think. I was not using Spirit Leech from him at all, as in while they fought, mostly to try to save enough mana to continue using the only heal that we had in this army. And the heal was necessary as we saw that one of our Crypt Cores had dropped to half HP, and as we see that they're still at 75% or so, or maybe 66 or so, 2/3 HP after the healing cap has been reached. So it was necessary to preserve enough mana to be able to use that. Otherwise, the battle's over, and we're just gonna give chase. And this is something that this army is extremely adept at. Granted, it doesn't have any cav, but the Crypt Cores run quite quick at a 50 movement speed. We also have the Mortis Engines, which move at similar speed. The Crypt Ghouls move faster than regular infantry, and a long story short, pretty much the entire enemy army is dead. Other than KATARIN, who just barely managed to get away. Too bad that we couldn't quite manage to kill her. If we had enough mana to cast more spells, we probably could have killed her. And there we go, a heroic victory, which does make sense considering the fact that the enemy had a lot of good units. But once again, our ghouls did manage to pull it off, and the fact that they had the ability to move around the enemy, plus the Mortis Engines keeping them up at the end of the day, carried said day. Well, there we are. A really fun battle. I enjoyed that very much. This army in general, the Ghoul army, it's just very fun to play. We did unfortunately lose one of our Ghoul units. I was hoping that it would come back via Raise Dead or the Dead Rise again, but oh well, not a big deal. A single Ghoul should be recoverable via a quick Raise Dead. Looks like Tsarina KATARIN remains alive, but the entirety of her army was otherwise destroyed. We really missed having a Necromancer here. That's really what this army is missing. I mean, yeah, a few more different units, but the Necromancer would have really helped with regards to the problem with not being able to overcast an Invocation of Nehek on Roderick or with Roderick. Anyway, it's not a lot of money. We're going to dominate those captives because we need to kill KATARIN again, I guess, which will be auto-resolving. And then Fort Ostrosk will be ours again, and then back to the Druzhina Enclave it goes. A really big mistake by KATARIN to even try to take it. A little bit unfortunate that she didn't die in that round, and what the heck is this? What are you doing? Oh, the faction is dying. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll resolve that. That is fine. And take the money this time, I guess. And Azazel will not be seen again.
On thy knees.
Wulfric has declared war on us? Sure, Wulfric, sure. Honestly, all these wars by factions that are basically dead, why would you even try that? You have nothing. Just a few turns ago, he wanted a non-aggression pact or something like that. And what do we have here? Ah, look, Mash One Finger has decided to attack us here at the, what was this place called? At Grunstadt. Okay, well, that's great for him. I think we can do this one just normal style. Yeah, it might be fun, but once we set our units into motion, we can just more or less just watch the battle unfold. So that's what we'll do right now. Now let's see what this map looks like here. Oh, huh. Oh, I don't even remember this one. Interesting. I'm not even sure I've ever fought on this one before. Looks kind of different. Okay, well, we'll see in a second. Lots of open areas. I'm not sure I like that very much. Gonna be a problem with regards to the enemy trolls and the enemy cav, but it really does depend on how the enemy decides to get its troops moving. Well, what do we have here? Let's see. Start deployment. They have deployed on two sides. Okay, but this side, unfortunately, oh, it has two locations where they can charge through. Okay, let's see. Now, the main location is here. Enemies are gonna come through here with their lord and 3 units of trolls, whereas it seems more cab are on this side. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. How do we want to set this up then? Since their lord is here with a bunch of trolls, we'll set our own lord here to hopefully kill the enemy lord. Now, where's the nearest tower? Oh. So this is unable to actually fire on anything. Awful tower placement. You would be able to fire, but we need to actually find a place to reach, and then I guess a similarly bad tower placement over here somewhere. Yeah, so this tower would be useless as well, meaning it's probably not that beneficial to defend over there, and instead we're better off defending right here around this tower. Oh, no we're not, because this tower gets destroyed by this point being captured. Okay, well then this tower and this tower. Alrighty, now we have 2 types of arrow towers, and I think what we're better off doing is setting up 2 magic, or and just lots of these arrow towers everywhere. Yeah, okay. Though that also raises the problem of whether we want to set up one here or not, or whether we're okay. I mean, that is a lot of trolls, but I think we can destroy them over time. You know what? Yeah, we'll do this. Since our lord's not here, we'll set up a tower here, and then a tower here. And then I'm just gonna hope that that half of the cab doesn't move this way. In case it does, let's leave a unit of, let's say, zombies here, and another unit of zombies here, just to distract them if they move here. Otherwise, the rest of these zombies... Actually, wait. Where's the other one? Okay, you know what? Not you, but you two. Like so. And then just in case they break through, let's say a 3rd unit just on top of this thing. Once again, just to fight the enemies. And then we'll set up 2 zombies, let's say out here. Or actually further back. It doesn't... No. Do this. Then... skeletons for... or skeleton spears, rather, for those trolls, plus our lord. And do we want to waste the units of Graveguard on this? Now, you know what? I don't think we do. I want to use the units of Graveguard here because they have more cav on this side. So let's do something like this. And like... this. There we go. All of you can go into guard mode. We will apply Crypt Ghoul poison to the trolls while the Lord kills them. And then we will be chasing the trolls around with Fellbats and with doggos. Like so, and like, well... hopefully by deploying here, these guys won't start moving here, but I guess we'll see shortly. Then I guess we'll put 2 more skeletons of the regular variety here, before the spears. Let them get destroyed, and the spears will follow suit. Like so, together with the Lord. And then the other 2 skeleton units right here with the rest of this mob. And you know what? Wait, did I screw up the skeleton numbers? I guess 1 skeleton here should be fine. There we go. Okie dokie, that looks good to me. You guys are set up, and we have the towers here, we have the doggos there, and the most annoying thing would be if they come down here. And you know what, in fact, just in case they do, let's put the zombie here instead, while these guys try to hold this if it needs to be held. Alright, looks good to me. Let's go. You guys out here, you guys out here. And Crypt Ghoul's behind them, and you get ready to attack the enemy, or at least annoy the enemy. And there we are. Here come the trolls, and let's see how these guys react. They are not doing what I expected them to do, that's for sure. Where the heck are you going? Looks like these guys are gonna go around, but if they still go this way, that'll still work, and it'll give us time to build little higher level towers. I guess the trolls are where the fight is. Let them attack those zombies, and then let us move in. You here, and you here. Actually, wait, let them tire themselves out on the zombies a little bit. They're still eager. We can have our lord just kill a few. And you know what? Raise dead to annoy them. That'll be the main thing. Just raise lots and lots of dead while doing damage to the zombies yourselves. Wait until, or to the enemy yourselves. Wait until the zombies get to about half HP and then send in the skeleton boys. Just, no, don't go too deep into their formation. You'll get yourself hurt. Alrighty, how are the enemy cav doing? Okay, now they're coming back. Sure, game, sure. Alrighty, and then back to those trolls, please. Like so, and alright, they're winded now. Time for the spears to get in here. Like so, and like so. Lord, get ready to raise dead some more. like that. And let's send the ghouls in as well. Beautiful. Alrighty, just gotta be careful with the Lord, but otherwise we should be fine. And then move back. Raise dead is happening. We are now time to move the doggos behind the enemy and the flyers as well. Wait until one of the trolls routs. And then, okay, zombies move in. There we go, and then you keep attacking those. Alrighty, beautiful. They should all die eventually. Now, let's see what's going on over here. Okay, yeah, we need to move more units back here. So, skeletons, that's going to be all you. Maybe even one of the Graveguard units. We'll see, and it looks like nobody decided to move over there, so that's fine. We'll move you here. And if they avoid capping this, we should be able to build a tower here as well. And just use the cheaper towers. Alright, Lord, you're looking okay. Let's summon another unit of zombies directly behind the enemy like that. And spears, time to move in. Alright, how's that unit of trolls? About half HP, okie dokie. Keep attacking them, keep summoning zombies. Alrighty, how are we on the other side? Yeah, these guys are going to start breaking through eventually. In fact, I would be moving one of the Graveguard towards them. In fact, let's do that. One of the Graveguard's going to be needed here. Towers are going to take quite a long time to delete them. And I think we're going to upgrade you to a splash damage tower shortly to deal with those guys. But let's send in more zombies to delay them as long as possible. Alright, how are those trolls looking? Getting near to routing. Keep summoning dead. Alright, looking good. And our Lord's not hurt, though he is now quite winded. What are we at in terms of our power reserve? Ooh, okay, not that much. Gotta be careful there. Zombies will soon fall, but that's okay. At least they're tiring the enemy out. And then the same thing should be happening here. Yeah, if the enemy is just going to get blobbed up like that, but we shall take advantage. Alrighty, one of the enemy trolls is routing. You are going to switch to the other trolls, and we're going to give chase shortly. Hopefully they run in the... Hopefully they don't run into the city. Okay, well that's what our flyers are for. Alrighty, and keep attacking them. They're broken. Maybe attack one of the others. Alright, check back on the other side. Graveguard, you shall hold. You shall hold, damn it. You know what? You are firing down quite admirably. Let's switch you to... You know what? Let's go for this one, not the higher level magical tower. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! Clever little giant river troll hag. No, 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 no. We can't be having that. That's nice. I like it. In fact, we may need to react to it, as in we may need to send our Lord to deal with it, not just our zombies. Oh, AI. I was not expecting that. And I should have been. It looks like it walked past some of our units. You know what? Let's send one of the skeleton units back. Alright. And then Graveguard, just hold ground here. Alrighty, looking good. You, start adding your splash damage to the middle of this. Alrighty, and Bats, you are chasing around those hurt troll units. Hey, no, go after them. And then you go after this one. And the rest of you, Bats, what are you doing? Those trolls are gonna come back. Oh, I hate flying units. I hate them because they never listen to what you tell them to do. And then, Lord, I thought I told you to go after the river troll hag. Don't let it destroy the towers. There we go. And speaking of towers, you guys should be attacking all of this. And you should be attacking this. Alrighty, looks good to me. Doggos are chasing those trolls around. Bats are probably going to fail it. Huh. Maybe it thinks the unit is there. Alright, well, even if it does. Rest of you, just annoy the enemy, Lord. Some of the trolls will come back, but then we'll kill them. And yeah, Bats, we're going to need you in another location. Alrighty, back to where we were looking before. Alright, you guys surround that river troll hag. Lord, come and kill her. Okay, hold the ground there. How is our tower doing? Looks pretty good. Starting to apply that splash damage. You may want to switch to a splash damage tower as well, then. Alrighty, and yeah, those trolls are coming back. Look, Lord, you're gonna have to deal with them. Bats, you're gonna have to catch them. You have chased those other trolls off the map, so other than Bats, you're all going to switch to the trolls and ignore the Lord for now. And we'll have the doggos chase him down. Lord, you're gonna kill him while the river hag troll is distracted. And just let her kill zombies to her heart's content. It's not gonna change anything. And you just keep firing tower. Next tower looks good to go. and fire on those savage boar boys. And you, I thought I told you like 6 times to fire at the trolls. I mean, damn. Alright, those trolls are now out, having tried to fight Maldwin and failing. Alright, Maldwin, you're good now. And go up here to the River Troll Hag. And we got plenty of mana for summoning dead if we need to. Good, those trolls are out. Send the doggos in. And just surround and kill that lord. In fact, we probably don't need this many units here now. Let's get one of you skeleton boys out. We can use you to fight enemy trolls. Alrighty, our Graveguard is still at full HP here, and we may need to reinforce this line eventually, but we're looking okay still. And again, tower, how many times do I have to tell you? Fire at this stuff. I know you have the shot, so take it. Stop lying. Alrighty, keep chasing those trolls. Doggos, you are highly valued here. And bats, chase those trolls until they're off the map, and then you'll be going after other units afterwards. Skeletons, you're gonna help and reinforce. Okay, this tower just wants to do its own thing, doesn't it? Doesn't want to attack these trolls whatsoever. Oh, tower. Why must you be like this? Alrighty, towards the River Troll Hag, please. Zombies, you're no longer needed here. Because you do no damage, you just annoy. I love zombies, I love them so much. It makes these defenses possible. Alrighty, and how are you guys doing? Well, keep annoying that lord, minus the fact that I told you skeletons to get out. And doggos, you've completed your mission here. Yes, I believe those units have shattered. 1 troll remaining. Good. And up here you go. Bats, you're gonna be needed as well. And still this tower. Okay, I think we just need to kill that river troll hag, otherwise it's just not gonna happen. Alright, zombies, down here, please. Alrighty, and you, time to switch to tier 3 tower. Lovely. How's that enemy lord looking? Well, he'll rout eventually, and then the doggos can chase him. Actually, yeah, let's leave the doggos here to let them chase, and we'll use the bats for other purposes. Skeleton spears up here. Regular skeletons come and attack the river troll hag. Unfortunately, she's behind this cathedral now, which means that, well, nothing will happen. Alrighty, it looks like some of the enemy cav is starting to rout, though the trolls still have to be taken care of. They are now into our Graveguard, which are going to hold ground. More zombies are coming in to help them. And I'm still going to keep the towers focused on the enemy cav, at least for now. How's that river troll hag looking? Pretty bad. Alright, bats, chase her off the map, and we'll send the lord down to kill, well, maybe get a few hits in there. But we'll send the lord to start raising dead and attacking those trolls shortly. Looks like enemy cav is in pretty bad shape, and the enemy lord is about to rout, at which point we send the doggos in to kill him, and we send our... Now, it doesn't matter, the enemy is about to rout, and the battle will be over anyway. Which means, doggos. You know what? I'm gonna have you chase down trolls back here instead. Kind of difficult to chase cav down. Can you guys catch the river troll hag for... Unfortunately, the vampire runs much slower than he should, so no way. Alright, let's just speed it up. Get what you can. Doggos, try to go after those trolls. Will the enemy lord run out of this? Yeah, he will. Try to keep annoying him. And you know what? Send the bats after him as well. They're not going to catch the troll hag. Or they're certainly not going to kill her. Alrighty, and honestly, minimal damage. We probably could have killed a few more things out here. Can you catch anything? Ooh, if you could catch some of those cav units. Otherwise, this little army might come back. Oh, stop going into a stupid column. I don't know why units do that. I feel like it's gotten so much worse in the 3rd game. Enemy lord is wounded. Okay, that unit is dead. Kill these savage orc boar boy biggins. Although the trolls might have been the better target. We could have killed 2 units here, and there was no guarantee we'd killed the trolls at all. Alrighty, and I believe that's it, yes? I guess we could have actually used an invocation of the heck to kill a few of these units, but it's too late now, those units are off the field. Yeah, alright, heroic victory. 2 heroic victories after that, or was it 3? No, I don't think Vlad's was heroic. At least it didn't feel heroic, because it was too easy. Alrighty, looks like this map isn't too bad even with relatively minor garrisons. And Mash One Finger was the lord, I think he's the lord of this faction. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure he is. And wasn't he level 3 or something? Maybe he's not the lord of this faction. He can't be this low level and be the lord. Let's get... It honestly does not matter. Let's get the money. Now, you're gonna back off. You're still gonna be alive. I might just raise a few dead and then kill him so that he doesn't annoy us any further. Potion of Strength... Yeah, enables frostbite attack, so now Roderick is frostbite instead of poison, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I guess there will be other sources of poison in his particular army. And this is why I didn't want to send Vlad to fight KATARIN at all, because losing armor, sundered armor would be just horrible. Sundered armor is great. Yeah, alrighty, ambush foiled for Rudy. Oh no. Enemy killed in battle, yada yada yada, faction destroyed. And yes, they've taken Rafrafa, which means we begin next episode by attacking Argalis and then beginning the destruction of Sartosa for good, all the way to Miragliano and all these nice expensive territories. And then, in addition to that, what's Striker doing out here? Not much. A Hellsteed for Maldwin and a Barded Nightmare. And I just want to take this. 1 second though, you, Necro, you can join this since the territory is going to be taken anyway. Like so, and you guys, the first unit of Crypt Corps performed quite well, so you guys get a name. You guys get a name, I think that was it. I don't have my damn sheet for the names, yeah, let's just go with that. Yeah, let's do that, and then you can auto-resolve this. Let me guess, we lose half our army. 51, still more than I'd like, but good enough. Alrighty, and then we'll occupy the place. Free Lichbone Pendant, and Roderick, Mighty Morphin, now has his Terrorgeist. Beautiful, he just got, what, triple the armor he had before? Quadruple? I don't remember if he had 15 or not. Now, one thing I did notice while fighting in that battle was we really need Immortal Horror, because without it, he does reach his healing cap on Ghoul King of Ushoran and does not provide as much benefit. We need that healing cap gone. Granted, this would mean not getting the... I really wanted, but I think we need the Crypt Ghoul upgrade via the Unliving Host. Well, let's do that first, then we'll get 1 point in Children of the Night. Or... No, we'll get 1 point in Command of the Unliving so that we can summon Crypt Horrors behind the enemy rather than Crypt Ghouls. Then next point we'll put in Children of the Night until, or the blue line until we reach Immortal Horror, and then we'll go back to his other points. Anyway, with that, I am obviously going to call it as we are out of time, and as I said, next time we begin attacking Sartosa, we continue the destruction of these northern territories with Vlad as we head towards the Hell Pit and take that over as well, and get our new Kislev up and running here, and then lastly, we start attacking the dwarfs properly with Bathilda as well. Lots more to come. Stay tuned for more Vlad and Izzy. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.